The rich have only been entrusted with the custody of the wealth of the poor. Good day, viewers, or good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whichever of them applies to you, wherever you are. As promised, today we're going to page 8 of PMP of August 11 to 13, 2003. So you see, we've traveled long from 2003 to 2023. 20 years, isn't it? Okay, the entrepreneur. I had avoided reading them for a long time, but I see that they are important. I believe there are viewers who will benefit from it. The first story, okay, did I show it to you? Maybe I showed it to you during the. How to be resilient. How to be resilient. That's our first story. Think about the future. Think about the future. The more complete and clear your mental picture is of success, the easier it will become to stay focused and keep going. Imagine overcoming your current difficulties. That is in very thick print. Okay, let's start. It may not be obvious how to do it, but by focusing on the pleasures of success, you are more likely to feel motivated to keep trying. I think that's what we call positive thinking. Okay. Under it, we have also in thick print. Look at past experiences. Then we go now to lighter print. Remember another occasion when you faced a challenge and seemed insurmountable. Oh, sorry. Because I'm blunder here again. Okay. Remember another occasion when you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. How did you cope then? That's the question. The situation usually looks a lot worse when you're stuck in the middle of it. Full stop. Recalling how you survived last might help build your resilience this time around. Well, I have corrected it because here it reads might helps. There's S after the help, making it helps. But I've omitted the S and I read it like might, my last time help build. Mhm. Recalling how you survived last time helps. Oh, I'm sorry, they are right. Okay, all right. Recalling how you survived last time helps build your resilience this time around. Viewers, pardon me. Okay, write down your achievements. This is for business people, those who want, not just for business, I think any venture of life. Hmm? Write down your achievements. At the end of each week, that's into brackets, a day. At the end of this week, at the end of each week, jot down everything. Full stop. However trivial it may seem, this will take longer than you imagine. Usually a lot longer. It will help you feel more positive about the future. All right. Focus your energy on things you can affect. Focus your energy on the things you can affect. Once you have decided on a course of action, stop thinking about it and move to the next challenge. Use your social support network in thick print. Now we go to the story. The price is for overcoming, sorry, yes, the price is for overcoming challenges, not for doing so alone, not for doing so alone. Full stop. Let me take this again. The price is for overcoming challenges, not for doing so alone. Friends and colleagues are usually willing to offer news insights or emotional backup. Look after yourself in thick print. Look after yourself. Now to the main story. Your health is often the first thing to suffer, and that can devastate your resilience. Bolden note, Bolden note that not everyone had it easy. I don't know if Bolden note is a name. I don't know. Okay. Bolden note that, pardon me, Bolden note that not everyone had it easy. Full stop. I think it's a name. Bolden note. Yeah, Bolden note that not everyone had it easy. Full stop. Michael Dell and Pratt. I think that's this computer Dell. We have the Dell computer. So Michael Dell and Pratt, a founder Julian, manager founder Julian Mechelfie didn't. Full stop. To make it to make it to the top, you need to keep going in the tough times. To make it to the top, you need to make it to keep going in the tough times. Okay. Believe that the way is up in thick print. Remind yourself that the worst scenario is that you learn a lot. Okay. Good advice. Okay. Now we have under it 10 ways to discipline your business. 10 ways to discipline your business. 1. Apply quality standards to products. 2. Enforce an ethical policy. 3. Control costs. 4. Divide the innovation process. 5. Act on act on customer feedback. Act on customer feedback. Yes, your computer will always ask you to give a feedback. So viewers, I think you've known you've experienced this. Give us a feedback. So act on customer feedback. 6. Communicate effectively. 7. Protect the brand. 8. Improve recruitment and training standards. 9. Ensure IT is fit for purpose. Ensure IT is fit for purpose. IT is spelled capital I, capital T. Okay, 10. 10. Stay open to people and ideas. The 10th point. Stay open to people and ideas. Okay, we go to the next column, the middle section. In an era of top business competition, high price of goods and utilities dwindling profit. Sorry, let me take it again. In an era of tough business competition, high price of goods and utilities, dwindling profits, rapidly changing markets, time pressures, and lack of resources, the entrepreneur needs more than guts and nerves to survive. Today's entrepreneur needs expert advice to sail through the stormy business world. PMP business page offers just that. Of course, they are doing it. We offer expert business advice for would-be entrepreneurs, and the business-minded reader on. And the business-minded reader on. Then they have points too, but not numbered. They are in fingers like this. Okay. 1. How to improve an existing one. Figure 2. How to stay in competition. 3. How to solve some tough business problems. Our expert business consultant will be handy every Monday to offer tidbits on how to improve your business. Okay, under it, in very thick print, thick and bigger, or thick and big prints. Our business expert solves all business-related problems. Then under it, we have in thick prints, but in smaller letters. Lost my Vim. Lost my Vim. I'm on company's career fast track and have been regarded as a bit of whistle kid up to now. But recently, I've lost my Vim. I don't seem to feel very motivated and energetic. How can I recapture my past form? And that was a question posed by somebody called KK Abeka, Ghana. Okay. The expert says, the business expert says, that's the answer coming. What is a man without energy? What is a man without energy? Yes. What is a man without energy? Nothing equals. Okay, I'm sorry. What is a man without energy? Then under it we have nothing equals at all. Hey, this equation, can I understand it? Nothing equals at all. The equals is in two things like this, like making math answer to a question. 2 plus 2 equals. So that is it here. Uh, where is it? Oh my God. I've got it. Nothing equals nothing at all. Nothing equals nothing at all. Viewers, I hope you will use your head to understand it. I'm not, maybe I have to understand it later. Nothing equals nothing at all, says Mark Twain. And you are right to be concerned that you are not your former high energy self. So that's the answer given to KK of Abeka. There are lots of reasons why people lose their professional sparkle. I'm sure you can get yours back. But whether in the same job or or at the same company depends on the root cause of this drop in performance. I suggest some detective work to establish what is having this negative effect on you. Try to pinpoint the time when things started to go wrong. Was it something specific relating to your job or boss or the company? Okay. One of my clients identified his reduced job satisfaction as dating from the time when he stopped being a graduate trainee and became just another manager. As a trainee, he felt part of a group with a particular identity and status. His frequent contact, he had frequent contact with his manager and with learning and development. Full stop. Paragraph. Professionals and regular professionals, comma, and regular back on his performance. He also received training and was moved around within the organization to gain experience of different jobs, which kept his interest strong. Now that he was a manager, few of these satisfaction, few of these satisfiers were available, and he didn't find his senior status and improved remuneration of and improves remuneration substitute. Full stop. His job was stretching him, and he felt stuck. Recognizing that, recognizing what had happened and that he needed to be the one in charge of his career was helpful. Having a conversation with his boss on his current performance and what could be in store for him if he continued to develop satisfactorily also provide him with some motivating goals. Although he still looks on his training years as a great time in his career, he recognizes that high job satisfaction is still possible and that a greater level of responsibility can bring greater influence and autonomy. Paragraph. I've also worked recently with the CEO of a company that after many successful years was experiencing a down experiencing a downturn. Yes, experiencing a downturn. Okay. He took the company's poor performance personality, despite the fact that market conditions had strongly contributed to the decline in the fortunes. To the decline in its fortunes, I'm sorry, had strongly contributed to the decline in its fortunes. Harsh comments from his global bosses added to his self criticism and sent him into a downward spiral of self doubt that began to affect his performance. Full stop. When I first met him, he was on the verge of resigning. Oh my God. Okay. When we talked over what was going on, it emerged that he had had no recent pay review, bonus, or more importantly, appraisal from his boss, and did not know what the organization's view of him was. I see. Uh, give their disappointment with the figures. Give their disappointment with the figures. He assumed that he assumed that he was poorly rated. Full stop. Is it give or given their disappointment? I don't know. Given their disappointment with the figures, I think it's given. Okay, listeners, viewers, I'm not very good these days, so maybe you can figure out whether it's given or give their whether it's given their disappointment with the figures he assumed that he was poorly rated. I think it's given. No, don't give. Okay, was poorly rated. He assumed that he was okay. Assumptions are dangerous, so I arranged for him to get written feedback. When it arrived, he looked at it together. When it arrived, he looked at it together, making sure he took on board what others valued in him, as well as the ways in which they felt he held himself and he helped himself and the company back. And we reviewed their development suggestions. And we reviewed their development suggestions. Okay, paragraph. He was pleasantly surprised by what he read. There were definite there were definite strengths he could build on. We also established that he was overdue. He was over he was overdue a conversation about pay. He engineered one and found he was entitled to a payment, which he duly received. The result was a greatly cheered individual who was ready to start applying his energy and enthusiasm again to the last of to the task of turning the company around. Okay, paragraph. The good thing about the source of demodulation, the good thing about the source of demodulation deriving from identifiable shortcomings in our working lives is that we can choose to change them either within the current organization or by moving to a more them. I don't know. Well, I can't understand. Okay, let's take it like that. Viewers, I'm just reading what I see. Mm. Or either within the current organization or by moving to a more them, comma, either within the career, either within the current organization or by moving to a more appropriate job. Okay. When the lack of when the lack of oomph relates relates to our personal lives, easy solutions are harder to come by. Full stop. Uh, the word oomph is spelled O OOMPH. OOMPH. Mm. When the lack of oomph relates to our personal lives, easy solutions are harder to come by. Full stop. For example, the death of a parent. God. So the death of a parent says the death of a parents. Oh God. Okay, no problem. That's a printing error. Mm. For example, the death of a parent. Uh, the lack of oomph related to our personal life, easy solutions are harder to come by. Let me take it again, viewers, so you appreciate why I'm going back. The death of a parent, then the when, I don't know, then the when the lack Or maybe and when. I'm sorry. Okay, let me replace there with that. And when the lack of oomph related to our personal life, easy solutions are harder to come by. So I think it's and when. Mhm. Okay, you can you can fix your own word for it, either there or and, please, please. Uh, Harder to come by. For example, the death of a parent, the birth of a child, the beginning or end of a significant relationship. All these can cause us to, to evaluate our work and its importance. And it's important. Oh, well, it should be its importance. I don't know. And it's important. Full stop. I don't know. Okay. I'll read what I see. Hmm? It goes. If if your personal if your personal priorities have stifled, sorry, if your personal priorities have shifted, you may need to accept that work. You may need to accept that work will no longer be driving force in your life and change your work to reflect your revised priorities more closely. Full stop. Paragraph. Perhaps you can't put your malaise down. Perhaps you can't put your malaise down to something specific. Full stop. It's possible your de it's possible your de-energized state is the result of an accumulation of dis small dissatisfactions. Full stop. If so, I can recommend my colleague Bill Ford's recent book, High Energy Habits. Full stop. It's full it's full of useful tips and techniques for boosting our energy supplies. Energy is not finite, and many factors can simplify and diminish it. Determining what these are is the first step towards regaining your sparkle and to when to shining more brightly in future and when to shining more brightly in future. Okay, we are going to the next section on the same page. Mhm. Stress booster, stress booster in thick print. Time to delegate. Stress booster. Time to delegate. Okay, in very thick print, then lighter print than the first line. One of the telltale signs of stress is grandiosity. We believe that we and only we can do each and every aspect of the job. So we take everything onto our own shaking shoulders, dash, which just increases stress levels. Okay, now, second point. Start to delegate. How to solve stress under booster. Mm. Is it stress buster or stress booster? Pardon me. Verse. Mm. Start to delegate before necessary. Start to delegate before necessary. Take best time to coach others. Okay, I'm sorry. This the mess I am causing now. The best time to coach others is when we are relaxed. Full stop. Once in panic mode, we are less patient and efficient in giving instructions. Then express faith. Express faith in your chosen delegate. even if you have reservations. Positive expectations encourage positive results. I love that. Mhm. Okay. View delegation as a training task. This will maintain you in coaching mode rather than supervisory or nagging mode. Pardon me. Monitor. Did I read this one? Okay, let's see. Let's go back and see if I've read. View delegation, yes. View delegation as a training task. This will maintain you in coaching mode rather than supervisory or nagging mode. Okay. Then monitor your delegation habits. Stroke. Regularly check your workload for tasks you could be delegating. It's all under stress buster. Mm. Then we come to constantly overruled by my boss. I think we did something like this. It could be a repetition. Anyway, let's go on. Constantly overruled by my boss. I'm responsible for a team of 5 project managers in our consultancy. I don't think I've read it before. Mm. This is the first time. The problem is that my ultimate boss overrules most of my judgments. Oh my God. He's reluctant to trust us to get on with things and often interrupts our weekly meetings, overturning our decisions. Full stop. It's causing difficulties for my team that never knows if any word will be final, and it puts me in a difficult position. I don't believe her decisions are necessarily better than mine. She just has to have her say. She just have to have her say. And the writer is Susie Tema, Ghana. So Susie, your answer is coming. The business aspect says, you mustn't let this continue. Not only will your team become increasingly confused, but you will soon begin to lose confidence in your own decisions. Dash, which will only serve to confirm your boss in her need to continue her backseat driving. Okay, well, backseat driving. Okay, ask ask to see her privately. Keep indignation levels low. Say you believe that people are worth their salaries. Only if say it's okay. Say say you believe that people are worth their salaries only if they can be trusted to get on with things for long with things for long periods of for long periods without supervision without supervision without supervision, sorry, column. Judged, hmm, I don't like the English. Without supervision, judge. Okay, let's take it like that. Suggests an experiment. For the next 4 weeks, she allows you to run your own team. Oh, to run your own I think the M is missing here. To run your own team. Let me fix the M there. To run your own team, make your own decision, correct your own errors with absolutely no interference unless at your request. Mhm. At the end of that month, you you at the end of that month, at the end of that month, you and she get together entirely openly, entirely openly. You review together every one of your significant decisions. If she agrees to this plan and discovers that you seem to have done pretty well, your problem should be largely solved. On the other hand, you may discover that he he reviews and yours oh, I think it's her reviews. You might discover that her reviews and yours are still apparently incompatible. Yes, it's her reviews. The R is missing. Mhm. You may discover that her reviews and yours are still apparently incompatible. Dash, in which case you need to agree that it is in both your interests to establish different times of authority. Okay, we go to the last part. Hmm. Uh, I don't feel ready for this promotion. Written by Sami Dansoma Accra. Hmm. I was recently appointed second in command in one of my company's regional offices. After 4 months, I'm enjoying the job and I'm pleased to have a supportive boss. However, he's just announced that he's leaving and says that he'd be happy to recommend me as his replacement. Yet, I'm not sure I'm up to it. I've only a few years' experience and I'm much younger than the other regional directors. Would I be a fool to turn this opportunity down? Well, you know whether you're a fool or not. Okay. The business aspect says, hmm, no intelligent person can be certain of being able to do a new and difficult job before beginning to do it. There are certain lessons about leadership that can be learned only through experience. The superconfident ones are often those who fall are often those who fail most painfully. So keep your doubts to yourself and show pleasure that your name is being put forward. If you don't get the job this time, you won't be devastated. And if you do, good luck. I bet you will do it well. That's the end of the story. Uh, and also the end of page 8, which is the entrepreneur. Uh, we shall pause here and come back with a new episode, and that will be page 9, which is relationships. Long live, long distance love of God. Would your relationship stand the test? Questions to be asked before marriage. Okay, I think they are important topics. So that's where we'll go and we come back. And that is page 9. Well, I have to apologize for bad reading. You know, uh, you can see that it's not my making, it's not my fault as such, but printing errors with the paper. I would say thank you very much and may God bless you. Illa lekai. Bye bye. Till we meet again.